to have ambition to be, let's say, of the global in nature platform. Of course, it would have to have unified regulations, but that's just impossible. Whatever we are entering in the market, we are just adjusting to the local regulatory requirements.
Welcome to the Chief AI Officer or CAIO Podcast, where AI mentor Sanjay Puri talks with the leaders shaping tomorrow's technology. We explore their stories, challenges, and big ideas driving change. So if you're curious about how AI is transforming work, business, and everyday life, this is your front row seat to the future. On today's episode, we're joined by Artur Turemka, Chief Global Growth Officer at Autopay, where he's helping scale one of Europe's most innovative digital payment and mobility platforms. Artur sits at the intersection of fintech, global expansion, and customer-first innovation. From unlocking new markets to shaping the future of frictionless commerce, he brings a sharp perspective on what it takes to build trust, scale technology, and grow globally in a rapidly evolving digital economy.
I have a gentleman with me who is Artur, who is part of the leaders, who is a host of the Leaders Forum that is being done by Poland. And he also is running a fintech company. So let me have him introduce himself to our audience. Please, Artur.
Yeah, thank you for inviting me for this great talk. And I'm Artur Turemka. I'm Chief Global Growth Officer in Autopay.
Well, hopefully you get promoted to
company, and I'm driving the international growth of our company outside of Poland, outside of Europe.
Very briefly for our audience, what does the company do?
So we specialize in payments, and we do everything to enable payments for merchants, to make them smoothly, frictionless, and letting them get the money quickly to their account. And we are very proud because 2 days ago, we introduced zero delay economy concept. So just to make sure that the merchants are getting paid quickly, smoothly, without zero delay. It's broader than just fast payment. It's a zero delay economy. We focus on time, on the freedom, on our independence. That matters. And we want our clients to focus on this as well, and us doing zero delay things.
We are here at Davos, so as you can see, a lot of international stuff. You can see the Leaders House behind us. In terms of your company, because is AI being implemented? Is it being used for fraud detection? What is it being used for right now?
So we as a company use AI for every aspect that is helping driving our business forward. And it has various applications. Of course, in payments, as you correctly stated, it very much relates to fraud prevention. It's about to accelerate the transaction routing. But it's also very important that we as a company, wherever we are doing certain marketing things or using certain AI tools, it's very much applicable for employees working on a daily basis and accelerating certain works using AI things. So to the extent that is applicable and is helping us doing the business, we are using AI tools, absolutely.
Now, financial services, payments is a very regulated industry around the world. And rightly so. In terms of you're working heavily with a lot of data. How do you protect, you use AI with a lot of the data that happens, whether it's fraud protection. You have my data. How do you make sure that you protect that data? It's not being used for, let's say, training and other stuff, etc.
So first of all, whatever in any activity that is regulated activity, that is, of course, we compliant. This is first and foremost, whether it comes to financial protection, data protection, etc., etc. So from that perspective, we have to be compliant. We are compliant, and that's obvious. Now, there is a very diverse level of regulatory framework across the board. In us, being in Poland, we are under, of course, Polish supervision, but under European regulations, and we follow this. We are assessing these regulatory frameworks in a way that on one hand we provide a value for our customers, but their data are well protected. So we never use them in a way that would be incompliant. So it sounds simple, basic, but these basic rules we follow exactly to protect your data, not to reveal anything. We use in a way that can improve the solutions that we are developing and to be able to offer better and better value proposition for our customers.
EU has certain rules, GDPR and other things. US has certain rules, different countries. Does that make it harder because you're a global payments company? Does that make it harder in terms of how you engage?
Yeah, so first of all, we are becoming more and more internationalized and to have ambition to be, let's say, of the global in nature platform. Of course, it would have to have unified regulations, but that's just impossible. Whatever we are entering in the market, we are just adjusting to the local regulatory requirements. Is it harder? Yes, it is harder, but sometimes you have to invest more to meet certain requirements. Sometimes we also see the good practices. There are some jurisdictions, they are adopting best practice from the other markets, and that definitely helps. This is the same with our customers who are international, and they know them, so we all have to follow the same rules.
So, you are co-hosting this Leaders Forum. Just very, very briefly for our audience, what is the AI ecosystem in Poland? Just for our audience, we have a global audience out here of leaders, entrepreneurs. Just tell them very briefly if you can.
So first of all, yes, we are very proud co-host of this initiative. And first of all, this Leaders Forum by Poland, it's a business-led initiative. So 3 companies representing different interests, including us, organized this together with our partners and some other additional partners, not only from business, but also from public institutions. That also the great signals that we as a Poland and the Polish business have a great story to tell to the global audience here in Davos. Now, to your point about AI ecosystem, I wouldn't say that there is any country that there is AI ecosystem. I think AI has a much broader meaning and a much broader framework.
Correct.
Of course, there are some countries that have different, maybe some regulatory frameworks on this. But we don't look at AI ecosystem in one market. We look at AI ecosystem overall. I think that helps for us to become more international and offer better proposition for our customers.
There's a lot of talent in Poland. Are you seeing entrepreneurship also flourishing?
In the last couple of years, there is a great proven example that Polish companies are going globally. I think this tendency is getting even better and bigger. I think it's not only about ambition, but I think it's about the skill sets and talents and being hunger and being able to do it, but also hard work to make it happen. Because of that, Polish economy became 20th in the world already.
Wow.
That's why we are just, this is what you said, what we are doing, it's a reflection to go global.
Well, to our listeners, Artur, from either from a Polish standpoint, from a fintech standpoint, we have a lot of regulators, entrepreneurs, investors who listen in. What would be a final message from you? Obviously, come to Leaders Lounge, but is there any message that you would like to leave for them?
I'm just kindly inviting to collaborate, to cooperate, to build the partnerships. That's what matters. And regardless of any difficult circumstances, just to eliminate the barriers and speak. And in the spirit of this year's World Economic Forum, spirit of dialogue, to run this dialogue, because the best best solutions are coming from the good dialogue. I personally very much impressed that I met my old friends walking down the street in Davos. The stories that I heard about are really happening here, and this is great.
Well, thank you so much for being on the podcast. We really appreciate it, and I hope this was a successful visit that you had to Davos. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you for the conversation.
Absolutely.
Thanks for tuning in to the Chief AI Officer podcast with Sanjay Puri. If you enjoyed this conversation, don't forget to leave a comment. We'd love to hear what you thought. And share it with someone curious about the future of AI. Join us every Friday right here on the CAIO Podcast as we share more stories and insights from the leaders shaping what's ahead.